sunny 1 minute, then it's raining, then there's hail, and it's doing it again. It's starting to hail now, and it's sunny, balmy weather. British weather, eh? British at its best. Rubbish weather. So today, from one of my local breweries, Blue Monkey Brewery, based in Giltbrook. I should know that. Should run off the tongue. Basically, where IKEA is, just round the corner from IKEA. Been there myself a few times. We went to a drinky, like a festival, not a festival, just like a drinky of sorts. Got a free glass, and the brewers and everybody were there, and it was a good crack. Until people started going for away in the wrong place, upsetting the locals, as it were. So if you don't know Blue Monkey, I'll read what's on the bottle. Blue Monkey was born in 2008 on the borders of Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire, in Giltbrook. Taking the beer world by storm, Blue Monkey has gained a powerful reputation for brewing award-winning ales. BlueMonkeyBrewery.com is their address for those of you interested in ordering. You can also order from Adventure Beer. If you're local, that's a good route to go as well. They do have a hell of a lot of the Blue Monkey stuff and a lot of other Nottinghamshire breweries. So it says here, a delightful, mouth-watering, low ABV, low-calorie session beer. 2.8 Ape is a pale golden ale with a clear white head, zesty tangerine and peach flavours, and a mellow, crisp maltiness, finishing with a subtle bitterness. So yeah, there we go. Right, let's get my glass. Blue Monkey glass, yes. I do like to have the right glass for the right beer. Obviously, you know, if you're drinking beers from no end of different breweries, it's not easy to have a glass for each, you know, so you just have to make do with whatever. So, here we go. Oh, a long day. I've done 3 gardens today. I'm on furlough. I've actually been out and done 3 gardens. They're the old fellas, and I've posted that on Raggy the Gardener on Instagram. And I tell you what, it's looking good now, the garden is. I've won that garden. Keeping on top of the weeds, that's another interesting side of things. And for some of it, I'll use weed killer. Where there's no herbaceous plants coming through and it's just shrubs, I'll use weed killer because it's far the easier way of going off. Where there's herbaceous plants or there's plants amongst it, old-fashioned way, get the O out, use the O. So cheers everyone. Camera wants moving that way, but you can't see all the Raggy's tap room sign. But yeah, plus you can see an empty space on the shelf. So lovely looking pour. I would say golden pour, light amber if you're going to be picky. The head's dissipated. Nice citrusy aroma coming off it. Do I get orange zest in the aroma? And obviously, you know, whatever you get, whether you get it right or whether you get it wrong, having a go, it's always interesting. You know, you may get it totally wrong. You know, none of us are perfect in life, are we? I only have to look in the mirror and see that. Oh. For 2.8%, that tastes pretty good. It don't taste like a weak beer, not on the first initial nice bit of bite to it, good twanginess. Okay, I would have said that was 4%. You know, if it was a blind test, I would have said, yeah, it's about 4%. It's light in it today. The sun's beaming through. Got the doors open to the beer room, to the tap room, as we're calling it now, the Raggy's tap room in Sherwood, Nottingham. But yeah, that's quite nice. A hint of carbonation there on the inside. So last night, I've already mentioned this on the channel. I did a post on the channel. The co-owner head brewer at Bang the Elephant got in touch with me on Facebook, and I'm a big fan of Nottinghamshire breweries. You know, look, I'm from Nottingham, and you know, you support your locals. I don't want to see any of my local breweries going under with COVID. And you know, whatever you can do I mean, obviously, I'm just somebody who drinks beers and reviews them, you know, nothing, in the great scheme of things, nothing. But obviously, you know, if it's good beer, getting it out there, chatting about Adventure Beer, who also sell a lot of the local stuff, you know, and it's not just Nottingham, it's like Leicestershire, parts of Leicestershire, Lincolnshire, some stuff from Derby, and mainly Nottinghamshire, to be honest. And there's some great breweries making some fantastic beers. And if you go on adventurebeer.co.uk, I've got that. Yeah, it's there. Just there. It's actually good today that the camera's in the wrong position. And fantastic site, fantastic bloke who runs it, you know, and he likes his beer as well. And that's the thing, isn't it? You know, whatever job you're in life, if you are a fan of what you do, it's going to make the job 10 times better. I'm a gardener. I love gardening. Obviously, there's aspects. I can't stand the bloody weather at times, but you know, you have to pick your moments and don't work in the rain if you can help it. Today, I worked in the rain twice. It chucked it down. Lovely. But yeah, and obviously, if you're going to be a brewer or work in the beer industry, and if you're a fan, then it's like being in your best job ever. And it's the way, isn't it? So anyway, it came to me last night, and it's all tentative at the moment. Basically, Bang the Elephant, I might get this slightly wrong, but they brewed the beer for the Beer Festival. I think it was either last year or the year before. If it was last year, then, you know, obviously it got cancelled. And basically, there's a load of now breweries around Nottinghamshire brewing this year's beer. And I've been invited to go along, do a bit of live stream, maybe have a chat to some brewers. And I'm scared stiff, but you know, as a person, you know, I'm a fan of what people do. I'm also very interested to learn all the aspects and about hops and using hops and different flavours and all that sort of stuff. But also, you know, promoting Nottingham. Yeah, let's promote that. Trent Bridge this year, lots of people saying that they're coming up from the Raggies Beers, Wines and Spirits channel and the beer community, beer review community, and that's going to be amazing. You know, it'd be amazing to see these people, shake their hands when we're allowed to, obviously, and you know, have a chat about beer with like-minded folks. It'll be a long day. It'll be a long 2 days, because I think we're going to tap rooms around Nottingham the day after. So that'll be interesting. Going into like Totally Brewed, Black Iris. Thing is, some are scattered. Some are in the city centre, and some are scattered. Obviously, Totally Tapped at is it Beeston, the Black Iris one. I think it's at their actual brewery. But if they're open on the day, yes, we're going to go there, get some bus passes, because it'd be easier in a bus pass. Take a trip down. While you're on the bus, you can sober up and just chat. And yeah, looking forward to it. Looking massively forward to 2 good days. You know, after a crap year. It's not all been crap, though, to be fair. This time last year, I was in a much, much worse place. Now, brilliant. So, you don't want to drink much, or you drive in and you can have one, or maybe two at this thing. For me, this is a very good beer for that. You know, if you don't want to get too drunk, but you want to have a beer, and you don't want to drink the alcohol-free stuff because everyone takes the mickey out of you. 2.8%. It looks decent. It looks like a 4%. Tastes like a 4%. Then you get the calorie aspect, where the calories are low, and sessionable. Yeah, I mean, 2.8% in my type of sessionable. You know, being honest, 7 or 8 sessionable. But yeah, we've all got different levels of what we drink and what we should drink and what we shouldn't drink. But I owe to that. Oh, that's going down lovely. And I do try and keep my eye out on what's coming out new in the UK, in Nottingham's breweries. Thankfully, I do keep an eye on all the Facebook pages if I can. But sometimes, you know, Facebook is absolutely rubbish for updates. If you don't see something, and you'll just miss, you know, if you turn it on and you haven't scrolled properly all the way down, you'll miss things. And the stuff I miss on Facebook. In fact, these days, I hardly ever use Facebook for personal means, which is why people like Adventure Beer collecting all the beers from Blue Monkey and all the other local breweries. It's great because they'll post what's new, and yeah, as a beer fan, I get to try them, and yeah. Oh, that's it, the spot that has. Free garden, so 2 hours on one, hour on another, 2 hours on another, 5 hours, absolute solid graft. I'm working for people, and as I do at work, I just work now, you know, and it keeps the old mental health issues at bay, you know, anxiety and that, because while I'm working, I'm not thinking, and while I'm not thinking, I don't have anxiety, and only when I start thinking do I get anxiety. It's an issue, you know. Some people can just turn it off, and I have in the past had ways of turning my anxiety off by just quickly thinking about something good. And you're supposed to, cognitive behaviour therapy, CBT, they tell you to not to think positive. I know that all the time, but it's not easy. It's not easy. Sometimes your brain just wants to think negative, and there's nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. Lovely little twangy beer. I can't tell it's 2.8%, and I'm being totally blooming honest. That's a nice beer. Obviously, Blue Monkey. They've got a few pubs around Nottingham. Organ Grinder. There's one in Arnold, not far away from me. There's one in Canning Circus, and I'm not sure where the others are, to be honest. And there's one in Canning Circus. There's definitely one in Arnold. Can't wait for them to be open, you know, go down, enjoy a pint. The great thing about me, where I live, so we've got Sherwood. There's micro pubs in Sherwood now. I think micro pubs are a thing of the future. There'll be a lot more micro pubs. The big breweries, they've got to up their game with regards to having craft beer in their pubs. Too often they're not having craft beer, and people go in, it's the same standard boring stuff. Whereas if you go in like the Blue Monkey pubs and the Lincoln Green pubs, the Castle Rock, they've all got lots of different craft beer on the tap. And people don't want to be drinking the same old rubbish all the time. I certainly don't. You know, I want to go to a pub and look and think, oh, I've not had that before. Get in. That's the first one. And there's another. And if I'm feeling brave this year, I may well do beer reviews from pubs. Although not live, because there's no way I'm answering people and doing an half an hour beer review from a pub. Someone's bound to come up in the background and you know, give us some language, fruity language, as you would expect in pubs. You know, there's banter. Oh, got a thermal top on, absolutely freezing. So yeah, lovely golden to amber pour, whitehead. It's very citrusy, I'm thinking. Not craft beer citrusy, traditional citrusy. Twangy, good bitterness. And overall, a damn nice beer. For 2.8%. I was umming and ahhing for a while, looking at it and thinking, well, I need to get it reviewed. And I'm thinking, when's a good day? Well, today's a good day, because I've got to go out in a bit. I've got to go. I've got the wife's birthday on tomorrow. So I've got to go out and get birthday cards and Mother's Day on Sunday. So talk about double walloping. And so I've got to get flowers, a cake. My wife loves a cake. And yeah, we love to celebrate each other's birthdays. And when the kids were all at home, we always sang happy birthday. Always. You know, it's a raggy tradition. You know, and it's a tradition that we should always uphold, you know. Just because something's an old tradition doesn't mean it's a bad tradition. Anyway. Can't believe that's only 2.8%. He's done us proud again, hasn't he, the little blue monkey. And these fellas will definitely be at the Robin Beer Festival. Well, I would have thought they would, with all their beers. And can't wait to go down, see if anybody recognises me. That's going to be interesting, walking around the beer festival, and especially the local breweries. And I went to West Bridgeford the other day, and there was a store, a Castle Rock Brewery store, and I walked up, asked for some beers, and the blokes there didn't know me, so I thought, oh right, okay, maybe not then. So it's interesting. And then I walked into Lincoln Green's brewing shop, and he recognised me straight away. And yeah, actually said, I feel like I can get your autograph, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I felt proper daft, but yeah. It's good to be, it's good when you live in an area where we have so many good breweries. And you know, the great thing about Nottingham breweries as well is that they all help each other's. Isn't that great? Hey? We're all part of this together. If anything, COVID has taught us a lesson, is that we're all on the world together. You know, we need to be a bit more humble, be a bit better people, and work together. You know, colour, race, all that, religion means nothing. COVID sorted that out, means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, that was really nice. Totally enjoyed it. Went on a bit of a tangent, hopping there, you know. And if you watch my reviews, normal reviews, you'll know that I do tangents and you know, flip from one subject to another. But if you was in a pub, you'd do that. So sometimes. Some people don't like it, some people like it, you know. Some people like the straight, full-on beer reviews. I do them as well, now and again. So, for me, yeah, good beer, out of 5. I've got to say, a good 4.3 out of 5. I actually really enjoyed this. Now, never, ever did I get the ABV. I thought, if I was saying it now, 4% all day long. Well played, Blue Monkey. Now that's the type of beer, if you're going to bring out something that's lower ABV, should we say, make it so that it tastes just like a 4%. I don't know how you do it, but do that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing and liking, and see you soon. Cheers.